Hello, brothers and sisters. I wanted to share a conversation that my wife and I were having the other day. It was a pretty good conversation. It was one of those God talks that we so often do. We were talking about how people who follow Christ, the moments they live in and dwell on, versus people who are not Christian, or maybe they believe and they're not following Christ. And I'm guilty of this myself. Before I started following Christ, often I would talk about, all the different acts that I did, maybe violent acts that I did, or whatever it is that I felt made me cool and gave me this street cred or whatever it is. And we see this. I mean, most of you probably know people who do that. The older crowd, think about Al Bundy, Polk High, right? Saving the high school football team with throwing all the touchdowns that he threw. For the younger crowd, Napoleon Dynamite, his uncle, kind of the same scenario, talking about how he could throw the football over the mountain, right? They're living in that moment, whether it's 10 years earlier, 20, 30 years earlier. And then we got on speaking about my pastor, my first pastor, actually, Pastor Gene. He was my first father in the faith, and he's been so impactful in our lives. He recently passed away, and he was 93 years old. A few weeks prior to passing, he was still baptizing people and doing Bible studies with people. How great is this? He is living in his heyday all the way up until the time that he crossed over to be with our Father. That's where we need to be, brothers and sisters. We don't need to be in the past 10 years, 20 years earlier, thinking about, our things that we did under our own strength and what makes us great in our minds, in our fleshly minds. We can live in the moment that we're in, the here and now, for the rest of our lives if we allow Christ to live through us and operate through us, right? If we're seeking first the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness, we can be in that moment forever because miraculous things will happen through our lives. I hope this makes an impact for somebody. I know it was very impactful for me and my wife. We both were kind of like, man, that's really good. So just wanted to share it with you guys. I love you. God bless you. Have a great week.